Now we're going to move on to the standing grappling portion of our ESD curriculum for level 1. Standing grappling, very important element of self-defense and self-protection. We're going to start off with the arm drag. In my opinion, the king of self-defense moves. Again, it's a simple maneuver, but it's easy to get wrong. So hopefully you go slowly and break it down. We're going to start. Your partner is just going to place the hand on your shoulder like this. Yes. Okay, so this could be him hurting me, or perhaps possibly grabbing me, or even reaching to grab me. Okay. All I need to do is take the hand that's closest to this hand, and I need to push it off my shoulder like this. I'm showing him my palm here. Now my opposite hand, I'm going to reach underneath. I'm going to overshoot. I'm not going to go directly to his arm. I overshoot, just like I'm trying to uppercut somebody with an open hand. Okay. Now that I have this, I'm going to reach down. 5 fingers go behind the arm. This hand is going to pass it past 6 o'clock. Past the hip, very important. I don't need this anymore, so all I need to do is just pull my lats to the rear corner. Simple as that. Now from this side, again, he puts his hand on my shoulder. The hand that's closest to that hand reaches out, showing the palm. My rear hand overshoots up here. 5 fingers come down. This hand passes the wrist, past my hip, and I drag. When I drag, very important that I sink my base down. Okay? Here, 1, 2. 1 and 2. There's a lot of leverage, a lot of power in this technique. But if your base is not there, guess what? You're not going to get any leverage on the pull. So, here, after I've grabbed him, I have a few options. What I like to do is I'll put my ear against his lat and I'll connect. That allows me the ability to grapple, but if I don't want to grapple, I can push. If he's a big guy, I push myself away. If I'm bigger than them, I push them away. Here. That's the basic mechanics of the arm drag. Go very slowly and make sure that you get all the elements proper. Troubleshooting is if I do not pass his wrist or his hand and I pull, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So here, and I bring it down here without passing 6 o'clock, and I drag him in, he's going to go for a body lock or a double leg, and I'm going for a ride. So it's very important that I pass the arm and then I drag. I only need one arm to drag. I don't need this hand on the wrist anymore. Let it go. So the next technique from the arm drag is a series of chokes that we're going to do. The first one is the short choke, the second is the long, and the third is the seated choke or the drag down. So back to the same position. James puts his hand on my arm. Again, I defend here and I drag. As I pull him, my free hand, my non-dragging hand, is going to reach and grab around his far shoulder. I'm going to herd him into a chokehold position. So we can adjust ourselves. So now Jamie's taller. If he's standing tall, all right, it's very difficult for me. I have to be on the tippy toes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my foot and I'm going to break his base a little bit. Yeah? Now he's a little bit lower. Short choke, I make a fist with the choking hand and I take my palm and I cup it over. Take away all the space here by placing your head next to his head. And then we squeeze. As a partner, you need to tap once you feel the choke. Good. All right. That's our short choke. Again, here, I drag. I herd him into my arm. If he's standing tall, I break his base. I want my elbow underneath his chin. I grab my own hand. I use my head. I take away the space. Good. That's our short choke. Moving into the long choke, I'll have to show you the mechanics first. Short choke, choking hand is a fist. Notice where my palm is. My palm is facing down, not like this, here. The free hand is here, the palm over, the fingers over. Again, I use my head, and it's just like I'm hugging them lovingly. We don't hug people like this with a concave chest. Hug people with a full chest, a full heart. To go into the long choke, I'm going to extend my fingers, I'm going to make a cross. The hand that's already on top of my fist simply slides over. Nothing complicated. I grab my own bicep. This hand slides behind my partner's head. And then I grab my other bicep in a scissoring motion. Again, take away the space by using your head and squeeze lovingly. One more time from our short choke. Hands cross, just like we're making a butterfly. Grab my bicep. This hand slides behind my partner's head and neck. I have a knife hand. I'm not holding the back of their head like this. Knife hand position here. Bring my lats and my shoulders back, puff up my chest, take away the space, and squeeze. So with the partner, here, drag. I herd them into the choke. If I need to, I lower them down. Short choke. Open the hands, make the cross. Hand goes behind the head. I grab my bicep, grab my shoulder, I take away the space, and then I squeeze. Good. Here. Drag. I herd them into the choke. If I need to, I lower them down. Short choke. Open the hands, make the cross. Hand goes behind the head. I grab my bicep, grab my shoulder, I take away the space, and then I squeeze. Good. One more time. Good. The final element, I'm going to drag Jamie down here. I'm going to post my knee down here. I can choke him out from here, but it's very important that I keep my vision surrounding the area. Okay? What I don't want to do is choke him and then close my eyes and force the choke and then be in tunnel vision. Okay? I use my peripheral vision and I survey the area. Okay? This is more of a negotiation position. Puts his hand here, I defend, here, drag him in, herd him into position, start with the short choke, move into the long choke. Now I'm going to drag him down by taking a knee, making sure taking away space. One foot is posted here, okay? Now very important, I take away my tunnel vision by looking up. If I need to put him to sleep, it's probably going to be 10 seconds to put him out, okay? Very important that I'm not looking down, I'm not forcing this choke. I'm surveying the area to ensure my own safety. Okay? If I put him to sleep, that's fine. I'm not going to hold it for longer than a minute. Okay? Very important. So you can cause permanent damage and injury. So I'll squeeze and survey the area and abandon. Try to look for help and safety. So one more time. Short choke, long choke, and then drag them down. Look around. Finish the choke, and break. Choke is a very important tool if you want to arrest your opponent, but also a very dangerous one if done improperly. Again, if you squeeze too hard, chances are you can cause some permanent injury, either with your partner or a potential aggressor. So use your best judgment, all right, and be very judicious about this technique.